Hello everyone, welcome to another YouTube channel. Today we took a trade on both EURUSD and GBP and I'm going to start the analysis now. But first of all, we need to go on a higher time frame to understand why we went into that particular trend that we went into, right? I'm going to play the chart and start over again so everyone can follow along as well. So let's go to our 4-hour first. What do we need to identify always? We need to firstly identify the inducement. We need to identify, the liquidity first, then the inducement that swept the liquidity and the target and why we are targeting that particular target. All right. Now, where's the first liquidity that we could see from this area? The first one I'm seeing is this guy. All right. This is what we've seen. We go to the 1 hour. We try and look for where an exit that price might magnetize towards, right? We're trying to paint a picture, make everything stable and nice. All right. We need to first of all identify what is that push that actually caused the sweep. For me, it is coming from here down here, right? So everything inside of that line, from this high to this low, it's just a trap, something that is trying to conflict you from knowing what the original move is going to do. So just to be safe, this here is an exit for me, right? Beautiful. Now we have a sweep of liquidity, and then we have an exit. There's also a liquidity that could take price to the other direction. Now we go into lower time frame to actually understand what exactly is going on. But before that, we need to first understand that what this right here is a sweep. So if that is a sweep, or like we call it an inducement, an FU candle, we need to understand what that is the inducement of the day. So we go straight to 5 minutes. Now on my 5 minutes, what am I trying to identify? What am I trying to look for? What am I trying to do? Right now, I've understood that here I have my inducement of the day. It is in Asia, which is not one of those sessions that I trust so much. But the first thing here is what? We have to draw our IPA level, right? Now, for me, I use here, okay? Now, but then we notice that the price didn't come inside our IPA level before moving back up. But how did we still catch this trend? How did we still catch this trade? We can see here a liquidity. So definitely we know price is definitely going to magnetize towards the upside. But then how is it going to do it? That is what we need to know. That's when we drop into the lower time frame again. 1 minute. Okay, when we drop to our 1 minute, over here is a liquidity, right? We have a liquidity here. You can see how many touches that you had there, about 4 of them. So this here is a trap. All of this right here is a trap for all those traders that are trading support and resistance, right? So everything here is a trap for them. They're gonna be like, oh, it's gonna touch here, go back up, touch, go back up. But what happened? If we remove that, we can see the sweep happening right here. So immediately I have to look for where the fair value gap is for the entry to take on the buys. But before that, one of the things that people get confused about is the SMT trap. Remember, everything all the way from here to here, inside of it is a trap. So definitely some people are seeing here as an OB, right? This is an OB for some from the IPA level. Then the next OB or other block for them is going to be this guy right here, right? So SMC traders are going to definitely fall for this. They're going to definitely fall for this. Now we go back to our 1 minute time frame to look for our entry. All right, this is the inducement. This is a mitigation, right? This is a mitigation. What would we naturally do? From the fair value gap or liquidity, we're going to draw our line for entry, and then we'll set our entry here and our stop just by the last low. And what are we going to target? Remember what we had on the 1 hour, the liquidity points that we said price was going to magnetize towards should be the ideal points for exit. If you want to be concise, you can reduce it to 3R, whichever way you would like or whichever way you want, but it is necessary that you understand how the market was going to play out. So definitely this was going to be the TP. So this is the one for the GBP USD. I believe I explained it to the brim of your understanding. All right. So this is exactly how GBP USD played out. It's happened nicely. It was fine and all of that. All right. As you can see right now, we've taken out the highs and now price is rejecting back to the downside. Now let's go to the Euro US dollar. The Euro dollar, like to call it. Sorry. We go again to the 4-hour. Okay. We need a sweep. After the sweep, inducement. After the inducement, a build-up of liquidity to take price to the high side. Okay, that's exactly what we need right now. I'm going to clear all of this again. Cleared. I love this. Cleared. I'm trying to clear this just one guy, you know. Okay, so what do we have? We have this high, we have this low, right? I'm going to draw something inside of them. This is the high, and this is the low. In between this high and low, every other thing inside of it is a liquidity point. It's just a trap, something forming. And when you have a downtrend, there needs to be a pullback that's gonna what? That's gonna occur for the liquidity to be built up enough to take out price. Now, so far, what do we see? Even on this time frame of 4 hours that we can see here, you can see price respecting this guy, partial demand, right? The next one that we can see is which one? It's this one, of course. Partial demand, right? So if this is the demand level, it makes sense to understand this as a point of mitigation. Because why? Price hasn't taken out this level yet. And why has price hasn't taken out that level yet? And why do we believe price should take out that level? It is because we've had some certain kind of sweep of liquidity in this region, right here. You see the story all coming together, right? All the stories are coming together. Now we drop back to the 1 hour. We try and understand exactly what's going on. If you look at this price action clearly, if you look at here clearly, you can see everything here is just a series of mitigation, and everything at the end of the day is looking like what? A trend line liquidity. Everything looks like what? A trend line liquidity. So because everything is a trend line liquidity, or is a liquidity that needs to be taken, we understand that price has to go back up, clear everything out before what? Doing something now. Maybe not everything, but probably most of it until we reach that inducement level or a liquidity level. So on this 1 hour now, which is the low that actually swept this liquidity of this guy? This is the high and this is the low. Where is the liquidity point? Here you have the liquidity point. The same thing, just like GU. The same thing. The same thing. Even on just this 1 hour, you already have your entry, as you can see here. You have your entry to mitigation, and then boom, price went high. But because we are an intraday trader, we go back to the 5 minutes. Okay, go back to the 5 minutes, and then what we're going to draw an IPA level, the right point of entry, and we're gonna explain everything. Okay, so then we have what here, IPA level. But before the IPA level, what do we have? We have a pile of liquidity inside of here. You can see that pile of liquidity, so much liquidity inside of here, so much liquidity here, right? You can see all of that liquidity build up. Everything needs to be taken out. Immediately got swept. What happened? Price went higher. Entry, 1 minute time frame. I think I saw about 2 entries, but I only entered one. Immediately at the sweep of the low, we had what? A break of structure or a change of character in this case. Right here. And then your entry just here. And then your stop is going to be at the extreme low, right? Just trading by the book. Nothing too dodgy, nothing too sketchy. Targeted 1 to 10. But at the same time, you can target your exit area, which is just at this high. Simple and short. No stress, no disturbance, no nothing. All right. Second entry would be where? Would be here. You have your trade right here. Break of structure here. Mitigation at this area. Or If you want to use the IP level again, just do this from here to here. All right, take your trade, and then you target what? Target the same highs, and you have the same trade sale. It's the same thing. It's the same replicable thing. It happens all the time, every single time. So this is gonna be all for this video. I'm gonna see you all on the next one, and sayonara, guys. Peace, everyone.